This is how I'm prepping for a Disney vacation without losing my mind, so let's get into it. As a mom, planning for a vacation is extremely beneficial, not only for my sanity, but for those around me. When it comes to Disney, it's definitely no different, and I would say it's probably even more important to spend some time planning your vacation. When you go there, you want to get your money's worth. So we are leaving for our Disney vacation a little less than 30 days. So planning ahead, at least for me, it just helps me when I go on vacation actually feel like I'm on vacation. Time around, I decided to prep very early in advance, and that just kind of comes with going to Disney or reserve like a dining reservation or like the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Those are things that you have to do 60 days in advance, especially if you're going during the holidays. 60 days, I went in to try to book the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. No space. We are going to this trip with the mindset of our daughter's birthday. It just makes this trip a little bit extra special, which is why I want to be prepared. 30 days out from my vacation, I am thinking about packing list, our wish list. What do we want to do in the park days? Which days we're going to park days? Do we want any dining reservations, which we have to think about 60 days before, and just things that require kind of just like brainstorming, using that as a base to like go from there to buy things that we need or maybe look through our closet. The easiest thing you could do is just write down your list. And this could be in your notes app so that whenever you think of something, you could just quickly go in there and put those down. It could be in a paper format if you're a pen and paper kind of gal. Just having something written down so it doesn't occupy that space in your mind is really helpful, and it just makes sure that when you're packing, you don't forget anything. So if you need a little bit of help deciding what to pack specifically for Disney, which does require a few additional things that you probably wouldn't pack in general, you could search online. There are tons of packing lists out there. I actually follow the Pixie Dusted Mom over here, and I love her content. So if you haven't seen her before, I completely suggest you check her out. She has a few sheets that she's developed. So she has like a mommy packing list and a toddler packing list. Obviously, once if you do use one of those, just modify it according to what are your needs and your toddler's needs. I would say 2 months before, we already had a pretty good understanding of what our week was going to look like. So as of right now, I've just been editing our packing list, making sure that I'm writing down every single thing that comes to my mind that we need, so that when I start packing, then I can just put everything in there and I just know that everything that we need is on the list. It's going to be in the suitcase. With the packing list, something that I would do 30 days out and actually throughout the 30 days leading to the vacation is to check the weather. Florida's weather can be very unpredictable. Do your research, but at least have an idea of what the range of temperature is going to be during those days. And that way you can start thinking about the outfits and kind of the weather gear that you need to bring. We are planning on being prepared for everything just to make sure that not only ourselves but our daughter is comfortable throughout the trip. So once I know the weather, I start thinking about the outfits in December, just because weather can be unpredictable and it could be like chilly in the morning, hot in the afternoon, and then chilly again in the evening. We've opted for just layers, having, at least for our daughter, packing extra like leggings and cardigans and stuff like that that she can layer on in case it gets chilly. That's kind of the game plan that I chose to do. Now I am doing a separate video on outfits and kind of how I organized and decided what to wear on each day depending on the park and what we're doing. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, once you start your packing list, once you start your outfit planning, another very, very good thing to do at least 30 days before is starting your wish list. Now, if you're going in high season, chances are when you go to the park, you're not going to be able to do everything that you want to do. So thinking about what rides you want to prioritize, if you're going with your kid, things that your kid can actually go on or wants to see versus things that the parents might want to do, or like if you're going with family, categorizing them like, okay, these are our top 3 or like 5 attractions that we want to do, and knowing like these are the things that we're gonna try to get through first, and then if we can do more, it'll be okay. And if your kid is old enough, you can definitely sit down with them and just ask them like, okay, these are the rides, these what they look like. If they've gone to Disney before, they're already familiar, they might already have a favorite. So just thinking of those things ahead definitely, again, just removes a lot of the decisions that you have to make during vacation. And with this, also think about places to eat. Obviously, these things don't have to be super strict, like this is the only thing that's gonna happen, and like no modifications, no changes, but definitely having at least, your top 2 choices, top 3 choices, for example, is definitely gonna make your vacation a lot more stress-free and you feel like you're actually on vacation. Next, you want to start thinking about things that you have to order online if you're purchasing anything. I live in Puerto Rico and things take a long time to get here, at least compared to the US. During the season, things can take up a lot more time. There are certain specific things that I want to get that I can't get at like Walmart or like a local store, and I want to get off of Amazon. You don't need to really buy anything when you go to Disney, unless I would say weather gear is like probably the most recommended thing that you spend money on, just because it's going to make your experience just more comfortable. So one of the last things I wanted to mention, so do a to-do list, like a 30 days out to-do list, 2 weeks before, the week of, 24 hours before, the morning of the flight, things like that. There are certain details that I don't want to forget, and I want to make sure that I get them done. As they come and go throughout the day, I can write them down, and I just know that these things are going to get done and I'm not going to forget them. And then lastly, 30 days out, I would recommend just to double check your flight, double check, your documents like IDs, passport. Obviously, these are things that you want to kind of check a lot of time ahead. So just making sure that you have all your documents. Like I said, double check your flight, check your luggage, double check like the size of the luggage and the weight, so that I already have in mind. And I go through the luggage that we have and just like, okay, these are the ones we're gonna pick. And if you want to open them up and kind of lay them flat on a separate bedroom or on the floor of your room and kind of just start throwing things in there, you could definitely do that too. But I would say 30 days out, just kind of making sure that you have the luggage and backpacks or whatever you're going to need for travel. Just kind of making sure that those details are being handled with time, again, just takes off a lot of the decisions and mental loads of the things that you have to do. So just anything that you can do that doesn't require to be done like a week before or anything like that, and you can actually do them 30 days before, I would say put them on your to-do list and just get them done. And that's it. That's what I'm doing 30 days out to just make sure I'm not losing my mind planning our family Disney vacation. I started brainstorming all of these things, writing them down, and just helping myself, and I guess just helping my future self. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure that you stay tuned for the next video. Definitely hit that subscribe button so you can be on the lookout. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.